Hi everyone. Today I will be discussing on how to design a long-term incentive plan for the employees, what are the various options available, and how you can efficiently structure the same. So when a long-term incentive plan is offered to employees, they feel empowered, motivated, and they also have a sense of ownership into the company because their overall compensation is linked to the company's performance, while for the company it entails the salary cash saving and it also entails a tax deduction for the company. So let us understand what are the typical long-term incentive models available. So first is the employee stock option plan, second is the employee share purchase plan, and third is the stock appreciation right. And there can be the hybrid models as well. So in an ESOP, the company grants an option to the employee to subscribe to the shares of the company at a future date. So in the hands of the employee, when the employee exercises the shares, there will be the publicity tax implication, and the company will also claim a tax deduction for the ESOP expenditure that has been incurred, and that will be spread over the vesting period. While in an employee share purchase scheme, the company grants an option to the employee to subscribe to the shares of the company upfront, and the company sets a minimum lock-in period whereby the employee may not be entitled to sell off these shares. Now, in an ESPS structure, there will be perquisite tax implication upfront as and when the option to subscribe the share is granted to the employee, while company will also be entitled to claim the income tax deduction. So when we compare ESOP and ESPS purely from an income tax standpoint, in case of an ESOP, there will not be any upfront tax liability in the hands of employees, while in an ESPS structure, there will be an upfront tax liability in the hands of employee. While if the share price is expected to rise further, the employee will pay the capital gain tax in case of an ESPS structure, while in an ESOP structure, the perquisite tax implication will be applicable upon exercise, and the increase in value of the shares post the exercise period, there will be a capital gain tax implication in the hands of employee. And also in the ESOP structure, the employee will not be entitled to receive the dividend during the vesting period, while in the ESPS structure, the employee will be entitled to receive the dividend. There is one more mode which is very popular through which a company may compensate the employees is the stock appreciation rights, whereby an option is granted to an employee to share the appreciation in the stock value of the shares of the company, and such option may be either settled in cash or in equity. So nowadays, many companies structure the long-term incentive plans through a trust structure. So let us understand how the trust structure works. So under step 1, so that company sets up an employee welfare trust and grants a loan to the trust to subscribe or purchase the shares of the company from the open market. Then under step 3, the company grants the option to the employees to subscribe to the shares, and the employee purchases the shares from the trust by paying a nominal exercise price. Then the company pays the compensation to the trust, for which it also claims a tax deduction in its books of account. So once the compensation money is received to the trust then squares off the loan to the company. So this is the typical trust structure model which is applicable for the ESPS structure, and for the ESOP and SAR structure, so there can be certain tweaks to this trust structure. So while structuring the long-term incentive plan, there may be other consideration as well, like the income tax in the hands of the company, income tax in the hands of the employees. If the employees are non-resident, how to structure the long-term incentive plan. So if you have a subsidiary company overseas, how you can structure the long-term incentive plan for the employees of the subsidiary company as well. So there are various models which are available and various options which are available on how we can structure them. So in the end, no one shoe fits for all. So different companies have different objectives, different facts, and so we need to structure the long-term incentive plan according to the facts of the case. So follow me for more updates on this topic. And if you want to discuss anything about your structure, I would be happy to help. Thank you and have a nice day.